Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I pray that you all are doing well, staying safe and protected out there in these crazy times. Now, whether you are cross-watching or tuning in for yourself, I'm very, very happy and honored to have you here. This is the April forecast for Cancer, and that is Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I've casted some runes, I've pulled some cards for each sign, and I'm ready to get to it if you guys are. So for those of you that are not interested in the meditation, just go on ahead and fast forward about 20 to 30 seconds from now to just get straight to your reading. For those that want to do the meditation, get into a relaxed and quiet zone, channel your body, and we'll start that meditation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Cancer, welcome to your reading. So before getting to your tarot and then oracle cards, we're actually first going to be starting off with some runes that I've casted for each sign. So the rune that you have here is the rune of true love, music, and harmony. Here is the rune of transformation, wrath of nature, uncontrolled forces. This here is the rune of joy, comfort, and pleasure. This is the rune of heirlooms, heritage, land of birth, genetics, and inheritance. This is the rune of dawn, light within, intuition, breakthrough, and awakening. This here is the rune of relationships, transportation, change, harmony, teamwork, loyalty, and trust. And this here is the rune of divine union, manifestation, mankind, the self, friends, enemies, and social order. All right, Cancer. So with these runes right here, what I'm feeling or what I'm getting here is relationships, romantic and platonic friendships, even relationships with your family seem to be the focus for my Cancers this April. But it seems like trust and loyalty are going to be the things in question or talked about the most. Like I said, family may play a factor as well. But for me, for the most part, this feels more so like friends and romantic partnerships, okay, that seem to really be taking center stage in April for my Cancer. So let's get to you guys' tarot cards to get a more in-depth look at the energy that you're going to be dealing with for this month. And we have here the Ace of Swords in reverse. I don't know why, but touching your card, the second I touched it, I saw some sort of image of like a memorial, maybe like a headstone or something where it was like writings on glass. It looked like somebody had been memorialized or something like that. It looked like the names or the name and credentials of someone. So while this doesn't necessarily have to mean like a physical death, this could be more of a metaphorical one. Maybe you are cutting someone off. Like I said, it did look like relationships are coming into play with your runes here. So to have that sort of vision, I'm thinking that it's more so metaphorical. So yeah, okay, let me just keep going. We also have here the Hanged Man in reverse. The next card that we have here is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Sorry, you guys, I had to run and go get a light because it was kind of dark. Okay, so I'm going to stop here with these first three cards. Cancer, there's something that you don't want to see or know about or talk about or emotionally deal with. Your runes sort of have blown the top on this already, but it looks like a question of how much you can trust someone may come into play this April. There's something you refuse to see or accept. Some of you may have recently caught someone you care about or love in a lie. You may have recently found out about an indiscretion or infidelity, like cheating, or a friend talking about you in a way that doesn't feel loyal or very friendly. This could be a friend hanging out with an enemy or someone you don't like. This could be a friend or a person or a family member, someone you care about, siding with someone else over you. There's a sense of betrayal here for my Cancers. For some of you, a very small amount, this could be something going on with your health as well. And I'm very sorry about any of this that's happening, if this is resonating with you. But this Ace of Swords here is spirit and the universe delivering a truth to you and saying that you needed to know this, as well as this could also be a truth about you that has come out to someone else. Maybe you were trying to maybe keep something under wraps that you didn't want someone to know about, and maybe they found out about it there. But like I said, there's like this sense of betrayal, right? Like I was saying, the universe and spirit wanted to to deliver this to you and say that you needed to know this, or this other person needed to know. Something needed to be known. And it's like I hear the universe and spirit saying, we're sorry we had to rip the veil off of your eyes, but you couldn't go any further not knowing or seeing this. Some of you will react in a way where you feel or say, not again. Some of you may blame yourself for this. You may think that this is your karma somehow. Others of you won't understand why this happened to you, because it's the truth. It's the truth of this individual or person or the situation, and you had to see it. And the truth can be so callous and cold, but the truth supports us so much better than illusion and facades do. An illusion or a charade is just that. It's a pose. It's an impression of something that may or may not actually exist, may or may not actually be true. So when we are dealing with something that's cloaked or veiled like this is like dealing with soil that's wet, where it looks firm, it looks solid, strong, and absolute, but in actuality, it's pliable and soft. It's mush, basically, when you step on it. And when you actually put some weight down on it, it just buckles or it crashes or it falls or it burns. It just, it loses its form. It loses that appearance that it was keeping up with. There was something that needed to come out into the light, Cancer, some sort of truth, realization, or admittance that needed to be made. And moments like this, situations like these are never easy. So this may feel a bit heavy on you. You may feel emotionally numb for a part of April with this Queen of Cups in reverse here. Please don't try to self-medicate or escape this. I feel like I have to say this. I don't feel like it's a big message for a lot of you. I just feel like it might only be one or two people at this reading that needs to hear this part. But please do not try to self-medicate or escape this if you don't have a good support system. Because with this Queen of Cups in reverse, this is telling me that emotionally some of you feel as though you have nowhere you can turn. You don't have any sort of emotional support. You don't have anyone that you can sort of lean on, or anything that you can lean on to help you through this time. Okay, so try to stay away from anything like self-medicating, trying to cope with this in any sort of unhealthy way. Just make sure that you're not trying to escape from this so much to the point to where you end up hurting yourself physically, or hurting yourself anymore, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. Okay. The next card that we have here is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Some of you knew or had an inkling, a slither of a feeling, some sort of intuitive hit that something was going on or was not right with this situation or this individual or this relationship. This may have been something that you felt hunted by. And the amazing thing about all of this is the truth cannot hunt or haunt you anymore. That's the thing. The truth stalks us and pursues us until we listen. It can have a very predatory disposition to it when we try and reject the truth, but it just gets louder and bolder in nature until we look at the truth and listen to it. Now that you have done that, it cannot chase you anymore. And the truth is never seeking us out to hurt us or trap us, but to actually free us from this red herring or this deception. But now you are free, and it's going to take some time for this. And it's actually, let me say this, it's actually 4:44 right now. But yeah, it's definitely going to take some time for this truth, this realization to settle in a way that doesn't feel so insulting and callous and cold and hurtful, but right now, emotionally, right now it's kind of like the emotions are taking over, and it's just like, it's more so, it feels so personal, and the thing is that it has nothing to do with you, Cancer. It has nothing to do with you. It more so has everything to do with someone else. Now, if there's a truth about you that has come out, then this is like a lesson that's needed to learn here, where it's like, what, moving forward, this is maybe something that maybe this is a truth that I need to lead with, or maybe this is a truth that I need to reveal before something gets to this point, and I'm hurting, or this other person is hurting, and I never wanted this to happen, so yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of your cards. The next card that we have here is the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. Let me say something. Don't blame yourself for anyone else's actions. And I understand why you're doing it, if you are doing that, because as people, especially self-aware people, you try to find a reason for the action, but some actions are unreasonably irrational. They will never make sense. You may be looking for the why. Why did this happen? Why did you do that? What did I do? Why did you do that to me? Why did I do that to them? Because you want to understand the mind of this individual or the energy of the situation. You want to understand why this happened. That the way you can avoid it next time, or that the way you don't have to go through something like this, similar to this again. You want a reason for this emotional distress. That the way you're not going through this for nothing. But there might not be a good enough reason. The universe was behind this truth coming out. With this Ten of Swords here, not the actions. The universe was not behind the actions of this person, but definitely the universe was the one behind pulling the strings behind unveiling this truth, because this person, relationship, or situation was always temporary. They were here for you to learn something and for them to learn something. And now that they have served their purpose, this cycle is complete. And the relationship you used to have is over. It does not mean that you have to throw this person, relationship, or situation or project away. It just means that there's more to consider now if you want this person around. So, or if you want this situation around, if you want to keep working at this place, if you want to keep pursuing this project, or if you want to keep taking this action, if you want to keep heading in this direction, now there's more to consider. If you want to keep heading in that direction. And the Page of Swords here is in reverse. So you have more to factor in, and don't use yourself as a place filler for an answer as to why something happened. It has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with this karmic lesson, okay? With this Three of Pentacles here, I keep hearing a grandparent or an older person in your life is who you should lean on for guidance. If you have a grandparent or an older person that you look up to, they're going to help bring a lot of objectivity and perspective to the situation, to what you're going through. If not, lean on your spirit guides, lean on your spiritual team, lean on whoever and whatever it is you have in your life that is stable and supportive and loving and caring and compassionate. That's what you need to lean on. Somebody that understands, somebody that gets it. So like minds, you need to lean on other like-minded individuals, or other individuals that have been through something similar. That's what this Three of Pentacles is saying. So for sure, this is pretty intense. Like I said, this is mostly having to deal with some sort of relationship or something like that. In terms of your money as well, be careful. Make sure that you're saving this month. Do not blow any sort of money right now. Because the Seven of Pentacles and then this Ten of Swords right here is kind of freaking me out just a little bit, because it kind of looks like, you know, you feel like everything's fine. So maybe I can spend a little bit of money, and then it's like, boom, bam, something comes in real hot, real heavy, real fast. Okay. So make sure that you're saving some money if you can, putting some away. In terms of finances, that's all I'm really seeing. Yeah. So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards. All right. We're going to start with these cards first. The very first card that we have here is Venus, love. Yeah, so this is kind of romantic for most of you. For most of you, this situation or this person that you're dealing with, it's a romantic situation. As well as you may be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, because Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Then we have fourth house, your house. The card says here, roots. And like I said, you rule the fourth house, you and the moon do, Cancer and the moon. So for sure, for some of you, this could be dealing with your family. This could definitely have something to do with your family, feeling betrayed by your family, feeling like your family doesn't necessarily get you, feeling like there's not a lot of love in your family. Misinterpretation as well could be playing a huge role in this, as well as, like I said, any sort of grandparents or an older individual in your life that you know this is going to be a really good person to lean from, because they have a lot of fruit to give and a lot of gems to give, a lot of fruit of knowledge to give to you, as well as your ancestors. Your ancestors may be trying to come through to give you some love, some support, some encouragement for the month of April. So definitely lean on your ancestors if you have an ancestral altar, pour libations if you already do that, or just talk to them. You can always just talk to them. Even if you don't have an ancestral altar, then just talk to them. Just talk to them. If you don't have anyone around you, you can talk to your guides, to your angels, to your ancestors, the people that have passed on that are really looking out for you in the spiritual realm. You can talk to them, okay? So I feel like they're kind of reaching out with this card here to just say, like, you know, lean on us. We have a lot of fruit to give you. We have a lot of nourishment that we can give you because you need to be nourished right now. You need, this is like a state of regeneration. And it's almost as if, like, you know, what are those things called? Like, the visual that I'm getting is like, you know, when they go like clear in the movies and they put those things on the person's chest, and it's like, I don't know if that's like electricity or something that they're pumping into a person's body, but I feel like that's what like your ancestors are trying to do. I feel like that's what your spirit guides, your angels are trying to do, what the universe is trying to do. It's like they're going clear, rubbing those things together, and then boom, like hitting you with a electric shock to get you to sort of come back to life, or to sort of get you back on your path, something like that. So yeah, I feel like they're definitely reaching out in terms of that, and just wanting to be a support system for you, as well as you could be dealing with another Cancer in your life. Leo, I will. You may be dealing with the Leo as well. And if you are, what I'm getting with this Leo card is whoever and whatever you're dealing with, they seem like they kind of take a bit of your personal power. It seems like in order for you to be with them, you have to be a little less of yourself for some of you. That's what it seems like as I'm looking at this Leo I will card. If that's the case, or they just may have left you feeling as though you don't have a lot of your own personal power, as if you don't matter, as if you're not lovable, as if you don't have feelings. You don't have a voice. You may feel a lot less than now that this person or this truth has come out, right? Now that this deception has been indicated, it's almost as if you're feeling a little less of yourself, a little less good about yourself, possibly even. So, yeah, for sure. Work on your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. Solar plexus, it helps us sort of get back in tune with our own personal power and with our sense of self, with our confidence. And there's really a need to build your confidence, but from the root up. So from the root to your solar plexus, that's what needs to really, that's what you really need to be putting a lot of work into right now, maybe even the heart chakra. So from the root to the heart chakra is what I would be concerned with for the month of April. So that would be your root, sacral, solar plexus, and heart chakra, okay? Because you definitely do want to work on making sure that this isn't or moving you into a depression or something like that. Mentally, you want to make sure you're okay, because there's like a lot of mental stress here, it looks like, as well. Or it looks like you just don't have a lot of capacity. You don't have like a lot of volume mentally in order to really filtrate this right now, in order to really process this. It's a lot that's going on for your April, okay? And then we have here first house, the body. Yeah, exactly. This could be affecting you physically. Now, this was in reverse. I'm going to put it upright. That way I can fit all the cards. But yeah, basically, this may be affecting your body. This may be affecting... Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't I mention your health? I did mention your health, Cancer. I mentioned your health with your tarot cards. Yeah, I think it was... early on. I did mention your health. Watch out for your health. So definitely watch out for your health. You may also be dealing with an Aries. So you may be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Make sure that this stress isn't actually stressing your body. Make sure that you're not undergoing any sort of physical stress. You may be a little worried about your health this month. You may think that maybe you have something that you don't. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I am. You may think you have something that you don't, and it's because of your stress levels. It's because of your emotional or mental stress that your body is physically having reactions to this, okay? So really make sure that you are taking care of your physical health, that you're getting enough rest, and up your water intake as well, okay? The next card that we have is North Node. Life's purpose. Yeah, so this was like, it looks like this was a karmic cycle. It looks like this was a karmic lesson or a karmic relationship. This was something that needed to be learned, okay? So this was a lesson for sure. That's what I was picking up with this Ten of Swords down here. So it looks like whatever this is, it's moving you towards your North Node. And anytime we are forcefully moved towards our North Node, it feels like hell. it feels like hell. It feels like something is tormenting us anytime the universe pushes us towards our north node. Choosing to voluntarily pursue your north node is difficult as well. But if you're dealing with something that is more so like in tune with or in alignment with your south node, somewhere that you're kind of supposed to be heading away from, then sometimes if we don't get the memo that the universe is trying to send us, like, hey, stay away from this situation or this person or whatever, then the universe will forcefully almost kind of pull us away by revealing a truth to us. Now, it's up to us at the end of the day because we have free will. So we're the ones that decide where we walk, where our feet go. You know, if we keep this person in our life, if we keep heading in a certain direction, even after the truth has been revealed to us, that's always up to us. The universe gives us free will to be allowed to make mistakes and make certain choices, right? So this right here, this is going to feel like to you in the month of April like a split. Do I head towards my north node? Do I head towards the direction that feels really difficult for me right now? Or do I go back into my comfort zone? You know what? That kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying about don't self-medicate. If somebody has hurt you or betrayed you, be very careful about wanting to fall back into them for comfort. Be careful about wanting to hear them say sorry or wanting to hear them explain why they did what they did, because it's going to bring a sense of comfort. All that's going to really do is get you into a really bad karmic cycle, really bad karmic loop. And it's going to make it even more difficult possibly in the future to tear away from the situation or person, should that be the direction that you sort of head in. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Heads up, I'm definitely not telling you what to do here. I'm just sort of kind of saying what I'm seeing in the cards, like just be aware of it. Just be aware of it, you know, that the way you kind of can really make an informed decision, because not every relationship we're meant to throw away. Like I said, you've learned this lesson. Now that this relationship situation or person has fulfilled their purpose in your life, basically, it's up to you if you want to keep them around or not. But yeah, this north, anytime we're dealing with the north node, that always feels very confronting. Let's do these cards next. We have here, only two. Okay. We have here Mary, miracles. Oh, I love that. Mother Mary. So this is healing energy. This is healing energy coming in. Very healing energy coming in. And it feels like she may be a part of this Three of Pentacles down here. You leaning on this energy that's very healing, very nurturing, very compassionate, very loving, to get that sort of regeneration, that spark back, where it's like, you know what? I feel like I can breathe again. I feel like I can get back to my life again. It may take some time for some of you to get to that point, but Mary's here to really help. So, you know, lean on her. If she may be an ascendant master of yours, so lean on that. And then we have time. You see that? So this sounds to me like divine intervention, time. It sounds to me like North Node versus South Node. It sounds like karma, karmic lesson. It sounds like a cycle. So for sure, this may be something that has sort of reached its importance in your life. Something or someone has fulfilled its purpose. Yeah. Let's go on ahead and look at the health cards next. We have here consult a nutritionist. So yeah, it could just be something as simple as, what are you eating? What are you putting into your body? Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good and fulfilling and support my ideal health and weight. Yeah, okay, so diet may come into play this month. And then we have here second opinion. Exactly like I said, whatever it is you think is going on isn't actually happening. So yeah, get a second opinion. It says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professional for this situation. Yeah, so make sure you definitely get a second opinion, because I picked that up in your tarot cards down here. And then first house, the body. Yeah, so get a second opinion. Let's look at your romance cards. Here we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So again, family's coming into play. I wasn't really seeing family that much for very many of you, but I was kind of picking up, I think it was this one that mentions family, ancestry, ancestors, your heritage, things like that. So healing family issues. So whatever it is you're dealing with within your relationship or within this person or situation, it may sort of be indirectly somehow tied back to something that you dealt with in your childhood or within your family dynamics. Okay, so just make sure that you're kind of connecting those dots, because there's dots here to connect. There's definitely dots here to connect. This is definitely a karmic issue for sure, because there's some dots here for you to connect and for you to say like, oh wow, this is where that's stemming from. And then we have here, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And this was in reverse. So stay optimistic, Cancer. Don't feel like just because this has happened in your relationship that you're never meant to be in love, or that you're never meant to have love, or that all men are the same, or all women are the same, or people only ever do this, this, and this. No, no, no. Don't get into that thinking. If you get into that thinking, that's going to start another karmic cycle that you're really going to have to work hard to break out of. Okay, so don't get into that sort of karmic thinking, because that's exactly what you're going to conjure up and manifest if you get into that state of thinking. It's really important to sort of just kind of grieve this and realize that this is just that one individual. This is just that one particular person. Even if it somehow connects back to your family or your childhood, realize that those dots that connect have nothing to do with you. Like I said, don't blame yourself. Okay? Do not blame yourself. And then we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, and it's in reverse. So yeah, there's something that you don't want to see in your romantic relationship. For very many of you, this is a romantic relationship and it's something that you don't want to see. But it looks like the universe has different plans, honestly. It looks like the universe is like, hey, well, this is something that you have to acknowledge, or this is something that you have to see. This is something that you need to know, right? So there's some red flags. Like I said, you probably have already known about this, and there's probably been some signs that you've seen already. And now you're just coming to a place where you're like, okay, that's what this was. The dots are getting connected and aligned now. And the very final card that we have here is Cupio di Solvi, and I'm just going to read the book for this card here. So give me a second. And it says here, it is time to let go. Wow. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, that may be what needs to happen. It says things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey in the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Exactly. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. I love that. Just like it says here, stay optimistic about your love life. Hold on to your faith, because this whatever is going on, whatever's happening, it's not your fault. It's definitely not your fault, but it's something that needed to happen all at the same time, because this is bigger than just a situation or just your love life or just your family or just your relationships or just you. This is much bigger than that. This is much bigger than just people. This is something that your soul needed to learn. Okay, Cancer. So this is a really heavy thing that you're working through this month, and you're going to get through this, because North Node, life's purpose, anytime we head towards our North Node, that is us being molded into a warrior, being molded into someone that is stronger, better, wiser, more evolved, basically. So, and also as well, Cancer, let me just say this, because I almost forgot. You had the rune here of manifestation. I'm trying to remember which one. Manifest whatever you need in your life right now in terms of emotional support and healing. Manifest it. Manifest the people and the support and the energy, the atmosphere, the environment that you need in your life right now to help get you through this. I wouldn't be thinking about manifesting like another divine partner if something has happened in your relationship, but definitely don't hesitate to manifest some sort of support, a friend reaching out, or you meeting someone, or you linking up with someone, maybe someone that you haven't spoken to in a while that can offer you some sort of emotional support. It could be therapy. It could be finding a support group online, something like that. Okay. So this is all that I'm seeing, Cancer. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I'm going to light a candle for my Cancers. Okay. because you guys seem like you really do need some extra support. So thank you guys for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for this message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now.